There are stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, oh, but it's okay. I don't have the pieces.
Rose and I are both creators on YouTube that do a lot of Watts videos. And wait, I think I see her. Wasn't it the first night he stayed at the Thayers and then the second night he stayed home? Or am I wrong?
Well, remember he said something about he can't be alone in that house anymore, something alone in the house. So I think he stayed home, but I'm not 100% sure.
So it was the first night he stayed home and then the second night he went to the Thayers? That sounds right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's right,
so.
Because the first night he said he left all the lights on and didn't sleep at all or something, right?
There's scary things in the dark sometimes.
Yeah. So the house is what we're going to really talk about today. And Rose lives, how far are you from the house?
Well, I don't want to say too close, but I would say, see, I own a house and I stay with my boyfriend. So when I'm at my boyfriend's house, I'm probably like 45 minutes away. When I'm at my house, I'm definitely 10, 15 minutes max away, like not very far at all. I've taken my dog around in the area and walked my dog several times. It's a really nice neighborhood.
Is it?
It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to find because you go down I-25, which is like the major road in Colorado, and you see the Fredrick Mead exit. Fredrick would be on the east side of the road, and Mead is on the right side of the interstate. And as you exit off, you don't cross the interstate into Fredrick at all. It's technically Fredrick, like city property, but it's like you're going into Mead. So, what was I going to say? I think, like, I Googled it, and I went into Fredrick, and I could not find it. So then I went towards Mead, boom, found it. It's super easy to find.
Annie, are you from Colorado too? Annie says the scary things in the dark can sometimes be your conscience.
Right? Especially for him. I don't think he has a conscience.
She says I-25 goes through my hometown. I think she's in Colorado, Annie. I'm not sure though. I haven't.
Oh, okay. They're well, depending between southern and northern Colorado, there are so many towns across like the I-25, especially Denver. It's like every 5 miles is like an exit for a different town. So as you go to northern Colorado, it's almost continuous until after Fort Collins.
Are the houses bigger than they look in the videos? It seems like the house would be bigger even in person.
It's almost smaller in person because the videos of the police cameras are all down at like below, like chest height right here, like sternum area, on those little vests. So everything you're seeing is an extra 2 feet down from what you would normally see. So to me, it looked a little bit bigger, but the house is definitely big. Like you know how like they build like suburb houses that are like moderately priced, and then they have like the step up, and then there's the fancy golf course houses. This is like the step up houses. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not quite like on a golf course, like super, super nice, but they're pretty nice houses.
Yeah,
like
it looks like a really nice house.
It is. The backyard is awesome.
It looks like a Colorado house because it's got that cobble or the stone on
rock
it,
front?
and then the brown. And supposedly he picked that out.
Yeah, crap brown, huh?
It's really like I wouldn't have went for that brown, but it's interesting.
Well, you know, she let him choose brown, so to me, I like beiges and browns, but that's so dark.
Yeah.
The air conditioning bill has got to be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to have been. Yeah.
It's probably why they always were trying to get roommates.
That's probably it too. heating in Colorado during the winter is insane. Like it's several $100s a month, especially if you have a big house with big windows like that.
Several hundred? I think it would be more, wouldn't it? Be like 300 or 400? Seems like it'd be a lot.
Well, it's hard because some of the houses here are really more efficient, like
Oh,
with the heating and stuff. So depending on how much you spent on your system, like my boyfriend's house, probably like $300 or $400 a month easily.
I didn't
But
see
probably the
any
same.
stuff on the top, any solar power on the top of the roof, because I've seen so many things go up in the air.
Yeah, no, I don't think they had solar power. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So
Let me
tell
take
us about what it felt like, because Rose actually went to the house. And say why you went, and, you know, why did you go to the house?
Well, story starts, you hear about like the awful thing that happened, you know? And just thinking about the girls in the oil tanks, like as soon as I heard, it just was like a dagger through my heart, and it was shocking. And then all the news comes out where you watch the interrogations and the, you know, like it just grabbed me, and I was, for lack of a better word, like obsessed with the case, and I just kept going into it, and I wanted to go to the house so bad. But it took me close to a year to get the courage up to go. It was probably more than a year, over a year, that I really wanted to go to the house because it was so close, and you know, I just felt like I wanted to feel it, you know, which sounds weird, but I just wanted to feel what it felt like.
I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it was like drawing, you know, and there were so many people that were so close in Colorado I had seen go there, you know. I have notes, so I want to make sure I say. Okay, so the first time I went there, I was walking up to the porch, and the house sits up a little bit more because it's a 2-story between 2 ranches. So it's kind of intimidating in this dark, black, tall house, you know? And so I walked up just thinking the whole time, this is close to where the truck was. I've seen a million pictures of the girls, you know, playing in the driveway. And so I walk up the steps where all those pictures were of them sitting on those steps and smiling and cuddling, and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I start walking up the steps, my left hand is just trembling, where I've never had that before. I have anxiety, so I like will shake over other stuff, but I won't just shake one body part. And it was like trembling. And as I walked up to the house, I just got, it was an overwhelming feeling. Like it was scary and dark a little bit, and then it hit me of incredibly sad. There was a on the corner of the porch, in the corner, if you watch my first video, there's a teddy bear in the corner, just sitting on the porch. You know, I looked over at the Ring camera that caught her last movement into the house, and then there's this teddy bear in the corner. You know, it's just like a shocking reality of what happened there.
Wow,
You know what I
there's
mean?
still a Ring
And-
camera there? I don't mean to interrupt you, but wow, there's still a Ring camera? So they're watching
Yeah.
you still.
Well, when they put the house up for sale, the Ring camera was not, I don't think it was activated. I think it was like an app through, like, because you buy them, stick them on. I think it's like no longer activated because they weren't paying the monthly or whatever. But they have cameras now up in the corner of the house, right between the door and the wall right there.
Like when
In
you
the
walk up, it's
corner
right
there.
over here.
Mm-hmm.
When
Yeah,
you
if you watch the news post about them selling the house, you can see all the camera
I'll
camera
go back
that they
and
put
look
up.
because I didn't see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but it wasn't there both of the times that I had went. But I remember looking at the Ring doorbell. I think I actually took like a couple pictures of it for some reason, and then looked inside the house, you know, and as I was getting closer, I was just feeling like anxious and more uncomfortable. But to look in the house, like to look in those windows right there and see the space that people walked in, like You could see the linoleum where her shoes were right there next to the linoleum and the couch. Like it just hits you that it's so real. I looked up the stairs where the girls probably peeked down before, where he pulled her down the stairs. Like, it's just all hits you so hard. And the house is beautiful. And there's so many videos of her so happy and so proud of the house that it's just like the stark reality of it is.
Now we
kinda
go
jarring,
way
you know?
back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know